Hi there, welcome here to JoJo Tarot. When I wear these glasses, you know it's going to be Celebrity Sunday or Saturday. I'm going to do some celebrity reads on the weekend. I thrifted these. Aren't they fabulous? But I got to get them refitted with just readers or maybe my prescription, but because they're strong. There's a strong prescription on the top. The readers work, but yeah. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3, and I will pause it where I'll stop, and I doubt I can use timestamps yet. Maybe I'll learn that today. Maybe not. I don't know. It's on my bucket list to learn it. No, it's on my to-do list. So this will be a longer form video, and that's what's going to happen. So the 3 I'll look at in this order. We'll look at Luca Onestini with Rosa, and I can't say her name, C with a C, Cafaya, Italians. Look at that as a potential, is there a love thing going on there? Second, we'll just look at what's coming up for Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber. I'm not looking at his wife, none of that. I'm just curious about his what's coming, like whatever, professionally. And the third one I'm going to do is Tucker Pillsbury, who is the singer of Role Model, and he has a breakout hit called Sally When the Wine Runs Out. And those are the 3 that, first one was requested, and I will do requests. And yeah, I will. I'll be gone for a while, so I won't be able to do anything, but if you drop it down, and I will get to it. I do work too, so oh dear. I have a job. This is not my job. Anyway, welcome here, JoJo Tarot. And yeah, all right, let's take a look at, first one up is Luca Onestini. We're using regular Rider-Waite deck. And Rosa C, I don't want to ruin up her name. Bring you over here. You can see that I am going to shuffle and cut these cards. Yes, I am. We're asking and looking, is there any potential love thing going on here? Intuitively, I would say no. That's not it. I've looked at him before. He is kind of not doing any big relationship stuff right now. He's in rest mode, if you will. He's a influencer, Italian, has a fan base. I don't know much more. He was a dentist, or could still be a dentist, but medically trained, but has a real devoted fan base. And he is a very, very handsome young man, very fun-loving. When you just look at videos of him, I just did cursory look. All right, Luca Onestini and Rosa C. Love. Is there any love coming on for them? What's going on? I think they're probably good workmates. That would be my intuitive view on that. Oh, cheers. All right, Luca Onestini and Rosa C. What can we know? Is there a love match here or any romantic situation going on that we can know about? Luca Onestini and Rosa with a C. How are they doing? Is there any romance going here? Like I said, they work together well. This is the group work card. They were on a reality series, I think, together. Okay, workmates. Okay, in the middle. I don't like to see this. Don't know why we get the 9 of Swords. Anxiety. One of them, I think, is maybe a little stressed. This is not a love card. I don't know what that means. Let's get a clarifier on that. Let's look at the next card. King of Wands. More projects, especially for him. And this could speak to where he was stressed out with that other thing that happened, and I can't even remember her name, and it wasn't this Rosa. So he's got new projects. He's looking outward. None of this is indicating love. We're going to go one more card. This came up before for him. Look, Judgment. can mean, yeah, it's not a love card. Justice is wanting to leave things in the past. This is moving on. Felt judged. He is not in a place of looking for girlfriends. Nope, not at all. About the two of them, there may be some communication going back and forth with them, but it's simply friendship, it's work. I don't know, maybe they talk about their feelings to each other. I mean, it's like a brother-sister thing. That's the vibe I'm getting, just intuiting here. And inside, this is not a love card either. 7 of Cups, choices they both have, career things they're both working on, thinking about what they're going to do with their careers. And they may work together again, they may not. Interestingly, and this isn't about them, heartbreak. So I think this Luca Onestini felt some heartbreak with the other thing that happened, and he's just like, yeah, no. So that's a no. They are not getting involved. Okay, I'm going to say right here it's 6:18, and I'll mark that down. We're going to shift into Justin Bieber. Okay, so yeah, around 6:18 we are starting on Justin Bieber and what's coming up for him. I'm putting this deck aside. I'm using this deck for Justin Bieber. This is the Cosmic Tarot. What is this? People like to know. The colorful neon. He's colorful, right? Okay, and I said I'm not looking at his relationship with his wife. I'm not looking at that. I am curious about business stuff that he could be having. Like, I know he dropped clothing this last year. He worked on a clothing line. I don't know how that's going. I don't know. I don't buy celebrity clothing. I make my own clothing, or I upcycle clothing. But he did that. He did have some new music. That's good to see. There's always concerns about his mental health. I think it all stems from youth and being famous so young and exposed to a lot of different things so young. That's my opinion. This is tarot. It's for fun, for entertainment. Okay, so we're asking right now about Justin Bieber. What's coming up for him in the future, business-wise, music-wise? What can we know about things coming up for him? All right, Justin Bieber, what can you tell us? What do your guides and I think he's working on various projects. He's got people around him. I think he can get distracted. Some of the friends that he has. So he has to be a little careful about friendships. That's my opinion. What can we know? Maybe there is something new. Ace of Swords. New starts. That's also truth. What can we know about him? And I haven't used this deck in a minute, so I'm really trying to tune into it. New stuff. And what can we know business-wise? It's a little tricky to shuffle this one too. All right, business-wise, music-wise, creativity-wise. What can we know for Justin Bieber? And now I'll cut. What do we know? What can we know about Justin Bieber? And 2026, upcoming. Tarot doesn't love to tell time, but what can we know about his, any new creative adventures that he's going to have? Creative ventures, creative adventures. All right, Justin Bieber and creative ventures. Oh, interesting card. 5 of Cups popping out here. Some feeling of loss right now. I don't know what that's surrounding, because we're asking about his work. I don't know if his latest music didn't do as well as he would have thought. I think it did. Interesting. Let's look on, because this is kind of like in the past position. Maybe he's come out of that. Yeah, this would track. Nine of Cups is called a wish card. Sometimes it's smug pleasures. That's the shadow side. I'm not looking at that for him, anything shadowy. He's got new things going on and what he wants to do, and he's so very, very talented. This I know. He can get it done. So from whatever that loss is, I don't know. Yeah. He's got new ideas brewing, and he can get what he wants done. Weird. The Eight of Swords, restrictions, feeling tied up. I did see something that he is doing lives on Twitch, and he likes that where he doesn't feel as restricted. And but he still has like a whole team of people doing it, which I guess you would if you were that level of celebrity. Okay, I feel like he gets in his head sometimes, and maybe this is regarding what gets him tied up is some of his habits. I'm just going to leave it at that. Allegedly, for entertainment only. Yeah, okay, let's take one more card just for, here we go. Ace of Cups, emotional new starts. He will have some new things he's doing. I feel like he's going to put out more music, and he should. And do the stuff that he likes doing. And maybe this is regarding people that were critical of his whatever music he had out, that they were like, oh, well, he's an adult now. He's not going to sound like he did when he was 12 and 13 and 14. So there are new starts coming for him. I like to see that. But these other cards, well, concerning. Okay, man, got the Butterfingers today at the bottom. Here we go. Is the Moon card. This can be secrets. This can be the shadowy parts of our lives. I think it's also feminine, the feminine power. But for him, the shadow. He's got to be aware of that shadow side of himself. That's kind of the word of warning, the message there. Okay, let's look inside for him. What's the energy inside? Well, that tracks. The Star. Yeah, he's the star. That's why I like to use this deck, and I have to kind of cover him so that they don't think I'm showing parts. He wants to come back to that, and I think I didn't say tour, but he's leading up to getting onto a tour. And I think that Lost card might have been the feeling he had when he couldn't complete the tour a couple of years ago because he had some illness. I can't remember what it was, but it was real. Okay, all right. So that was him. Okay, around 1306, we're starting Role Model. Okay, and I'm just going to switch back and forth with decks here. We're going to go back to the Rider-Waite. Just give it a ring, because I didn't do that. Man, I've got the dropsies today. Do you ever have that? Just dropping things. Some Butterfinger. That's the way I clear a deck, with that little thing. All right, Role Model. Yeah, if you're a fan, you're a fan. I don't know much about him at all. Real name, Tucker Pillsbury. I just like his energy. I was listening to that song, Sally, When the Wine Runs Out, and this kind of like is his big breakout hit, and it's a really fun song. And I was watching him sing it on Saturday Night Live, and oh my gosh, is that ever fun. He's got these really amazing sparkly pants. Like, oh, I would wear those pants. Maybe not to work, but I would wear them. And he's got so much energy, so much youthful, great energy. So we want to know what's coming up for Tucker Pillsbury, lead singer of Role Model. Yeah, there we go. Tucker Pillsbury, what can we see for you, Mr. Lead singer of Role Model? Making more music. He's having a lot of fun right now, touring. He has the energy to do that. You've got to have that energy to tour, to put it out for the audiences. My goodness. I think he's touring. I shouldn't say that. I don't know. But I think he's having fun out there singing his song. If you watch it on YouTube too, it is so fun. He's singing in a mall. And just walking around with his headset on and just singing away. Okay, Tucker Pillsbury. One more great shuffle. What's coming up for you? What can we know? What can we know? All right, for Tucker Pillsbury, lead singer of Role Model. What's going on? What have you got coming? What can we know for you? I just think he's got a bright future. Hope he can manage the fame. What's going on, Tucker Pillsbury? What is coming up for you? This is strange. Yeah, this means total transformation, not physical death, mind you. So from being like relatively unknown to out there in the stratosphere. So I wouldn't say he was unknown. I don't know that. I would say he was less known, okay? But this Sally, When the Wine Runs Out, good song. Go look at that. It's catapulted him, but it's a strange card. Why am I getting anxiety? I don't believe my cards right now. Maybe he's stressed out about running around. That's not what I see when I watch him, but you know, people put out personas. Let's take another card. Oh, that's kind of nice. Maybe his music makes people feel nostalgic, and he may be hanging with some friends. It is stressful to be out there a lot. Jeez. Let's take another card. Yeah, this is what I would think. The Magician. He's, and this is like even more now and in the future, using all the tools and more music coming, working it out, working with your team. Okay. All right. So maybe there was a point where there was some real anxiety, and there is, like if you have bills to pay and you haven't, and you're a good musician and you haven't had that major hit that goes on. Okay, down at the bottom is the Knight of Swords. He's got to watch his energy so that he puts it where it should go. He could be very easily distracted. That's kind of like the word of warning. This Knight of Swords goes all over the place and can be, like I said, easily distracted, easily led away. Let's take a look inside for him. That's what I like to see. Victory. Yeah, there's going to be more music, and yeah, chain up your energy a little bit. You know, you're young. When you're young, you can do a lot of this, but it can deplete you too. He has more music. There'll be more hits, more things coming his way, more collaborations, working together with people. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'll leave it here, and I will post the different times where I pivoted to the different people, and if I can figure out how to do timestamps, why, yeah, I will. All right, thanks for tuning in, thanks for being here, and bye for now.